what we have here is a 44-inch white and brass Casablanca Zephyr from 1987. What's cool about this fan is the fact that it is 44 inches. You really don't see 44-inch Zephyrs that often. And like I said, this is from 1987. I did put new bearings in it. And this fan's actually got a little bit of a wacky story behind it as to how I got it. So I'll explain that as I start the fan. There's speed 1. And I was just checking to see if it stalled out, which it did not. So I don't know what video is going to get uploaded first, this or the Cambridge that I got with it, but basically a little while ago there was a Facebook Marketplace listing for an antique brass Cambridge, and when the seller sent me the address, I went on the realtor.com website and looked up the house, which they had just purchased. And in one of the bedrooms, I saw this thing, which was not listed on Facebook Marketplace. So when I got there, I asked about it. And there must have been like 8 people at this house. I don't know if they were friends or family members of this person, but there were a whole bunch of people there. And the lady who was selling the Cambridge said that she threw this fan away. But then someone else said the motor's still hanging on the ceiling, but the blades are gone. And then that's when the lady said she threw the blades away, but never took the motor down yet. But this was next to be tossed out. Bringing up speed 2. So yeah, this was next to get tossed out. But thankfully, I got extremely lucky. And what happened was, the day and time that I picked this fan up, the trash was not picked up yet. So we went out to the garbage bin and ripped open this nasty ass trash bag to get the blades out. And yeah, that's how I got the blades. And then the guy there real quickly took the motor down from the ceiling, made sure I had all the parts. And also, these people had no idea that they took these IntelliTouch controls either. So I had to explain to these people that I needed the wall switches because they were unique to the fan, and you need them to control the fan. And so they let me take both of them because each fan had one. So, talk about luck. So like I said at the beginning of the video, I did put new bearings in here. Also, this fan was exposed to some kind of moisture at some point. I don't know how, but some of the screws were a little rusty, and when I pulled the rotor out of the motor when I was replacing the bearings, that had some rust on it as well. And there's speed 4. Also, this fan's IntelliTouch board is a little wonky. It works perfectly fine, but sometimes it won't beep. I'm not sure if that's going to happen in this video or not, but at random times this fan just will not beep at all. And in order to make it beep again, you have to mess with the IntelliTouch control quite a bit, and then the beeper will come back to life. So I don't know if it's a loose solder connection of some kind or if the beeper is just failing. But I'm not really too worried about it. And that's speed 5. Yeah, so all in all, I'm pretty happy to have this. I'm really glad I was able to walk out of there with this fan. I guess she wasn't going to post this one for sale because of the bad bearings. Because a lot of people, when they hear a ceiling fan run like shit, they just want to throw it away. And also, that Cambridge has had the IntelliTouch board replaced at one time, and now the current one that it has is also failed. So I have to replace it again, but that'll be a story for that video. And there's speed 6. And yeah, the hang true canopy does have some paint on it. And we'll go ahead and let it spin down. At some point in time, when that ceiling got painted, they really weren't taking any care of this, that's for sure. It's like the whole thing has paint around it. Really glad to have a 44-inch Zephyr. Also, one really weird thing, maybe not really weird, but kind of weird, is that only one of the blades have like a glossy finish to them, which is actually this one right here. If you look, it's kind of glossy looking, but the other ones are not. And this is the glossy one right here. So I don't really know why it's like that. That's kind of weird, but yeah, other than that, that's all I got for this 44-inch Casablanca Zephyr.